Something happened to me recently that I need to share with you. I was going through a difficult time, one of those periods where everything feels heavier than usual, not because of one specific thing, but because of the accumulation of everything. The weight of responsibility, the pressure of expectations, the exhaustion that comes from constantly pushing forward. I felt drained in a way I hadn't felt in years. And in that moment of weakness, when I felt like I had nothing left to give, Jesus Christ spoke to me, not with judgment, not with disappointment, but with something I didn't expect. He told me he had a message for me. And when I heard what it was, I realized it wasn't just for me, it was for you too. He said, "You have strength you don't even know about yet." I sat there confused because I didn't feel strong. I felt tired. I felt depleted. I felt like I was running on empty and had been for too long. But he continued, and his voice was so gentle, so certain, that I couldn't help but listen. He said, "The world measures strength by what you can show, but I measure strength by what you can endure. And you've been enduring more than anyone realizes, including yourself." Those words hit me in a way I wasn't prepared for, because he was right. I have been enduring. We all have. We wake up every day and face challenges that no one sees. We carry burdens that no one knows about. We fight battles in silence and smile through pain, and we do it over and over, day after day, thinking we're weak because we're struggling. But Jesus was telling me something different. He was telling me that the very act of continuing, of getting up one more time, of taking one more step when everything in us wants to quit, that is strength, real strength. Hidden strength that the world doesn't recognize because it's not loud or flashy or impressive on the surface. I felt tears forming in my eyes because I realized how hard I've been on myself, how many times I've looked at my struggles and thought they meant I was failing, how many times I've felt ashamed for not being stronger, for not having it all together, for not being able to push through without feeling the weight of it all. Jesus spoke again, and this time his words were even more personal. Your hidden strength isn't something you need to develop, it's something you need to recognize. It's already there, it's been carrying you this whole time, you just haven't given yourself credit for it. I broke down completely because I've spent so much of my life focusing on what I thought I lacked instead of acknowledging what I already possess. I've looked at other people who seem to have it all together and wondered why I couldn't be like them. But Jesus was showing me that maybe they don't have it all together either. Maybe they're enduring too. Maybe they're carrying their own hidden strength, fighting their own silent battles. He continued with such compassion that it made me cry even harder. The strength I gave you isn't the kind that makes you invincible. It's the kind that keeps you going even when you're vulnerable. It's the kind that lets you cry and still get back up. It's the kind that allows you to feel everything and still choose hope. I sat there absorbing those words, letting them sink into places in my heart that had been hurting for so long. I thought about all the times I'd felt weak for crying, for struggling, for not being able to handle everything perfectly. And I realized that maybe those weren't signs of weakness at all. Maybe they were signs of humanity. Signs that I was feeling deeply, caring deeply, trying deeply. And maybe that takes more strength than pretending nothing affects you. Jesus whispered something else, and it changed my entire perspective. Your hidden strength is the reason you're still here, the reason you haven't given up, the reason you keep choosing to believe in something better even when everything around you suggests you shouldn't. That's not weakness, that's warrior strength. Warrior strength. I'd never thought of it that way, but he was right. It takes a warrior to keep fighting when the battle feels endless. It takes a warrior to keep loving when you've been hurt. It takes a warrior to keep hoping when you've been disappointed. It takes a warrior to keep going when every logical reason says you should quit. And I've been that warrior, you've been that warrior. We all have, in ways we don't even recognize. I asked him through my tears, "Why don't I feel strong?" His answer was immediate and filled with such understanding. "Because you're still in the middle of the battle. Strength is always more visible in hindsight. Right now you're too close to see it clearly, but I see it. I've watched you get up every single time you've been knocked down. I've seen you choose kindness when you had every reason to be bitter. I've witnessed you push forward when everything in you wanted to retreat. That's your hidden strength, and it's beautiful. I couldn't stop crying because I needed to hear that. I needed someone to see what I couldn't see in myself. I needed validation that my struggle didn't mean I was failing. It meant I was fighting, and Jesus was giving me that validation, not because I earned it, but because it was true. He spoke one more time, and his words felt like a direct message, not just to me, but to everyone who would hear this. Tell them about their hidden strength. Tell them that the fact that they're still standing means something. Tell them that survival is strength. Tell them that enduring is victory. Tell them that I see every tear they've cried in private, every prayer they've whispered in desperation, every moment they've chosen to keep going even when they didn't know how. Tell them that's the strength I gave them, and it's more powerful than they realize. I nodded, understanding that this was bigger than me. This message was for every person who's ever felt weak. Every person who's ever questioned whether they have what it takes. Every person who's ever looked at their life and wondered how they're still managing to function. This is for you. Jesus Christ has a message for you, and it's about your hidden strength, the strength you don't even realize you have. The strength that's been carrying you through every dark night, every difficult day, every moment when you wanted to give up but didn't. That strength is real, it's powerful, and it comes from Him. You might not feel strong right now. You might feel exhausted, depleted, like you're barely holding on. But that's exactly when your hidden strength is working the hardest. That's when it's keeping you upright when everything in you wants to collapse. That's when it's whispering hope, when your mind is screaming despair. That's when it's reminding you that you've survived everything that tried to break you so far, and you'll survive this too. I want you to think about something. Think about everything you've been through, every loss, every disappointment, every betrayal, every moment of pain. And now think about the fact that you're still here, still breathing, still trying, still hoping. That's not luck. That's not coincidence. That's your hidden strength. That's the power Jesus placed inside you. The power to endure, the power to persist, the power to rise again and again, no matter how many times you fall. And He wants you to know that He sees it. He sees you, not just the version you show the world, but the real you, the one who struggles, who doubts, who fights invisible battles every single day. He sees that person. He's telling you that you're stronger than you think. The presence I felt began to fade, but the message remained crystal clear. Jesus wasn't calling me to be stronger. He was revealing that I already was. And He's revealing the same thing to you. You don't need to become strong. You already are strong. You just need to recognize it. You need to stop measuring yourself by the world's standards and start seeing yourself through His eyes. Through eyes that see every struggle as evidence of strength, not weakness. Through eyes that count every tear as proof of courage, not failure. Through eyes that recognize hidden strength for what it truly is, the most powerful kind. As I sat there finally calm, I realized something profound. The strongest people aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who fall and get back up. The ones who break and find a way to heal. The ones who lose hope and somehow find it again. That's you. That's your hidden strength. And Jesus Christ wanted you to know about it today. He wanted you to stop being so hard on yourself. He wanted you to stop thinking that struggling means you're weak. He wanted you to understand that the very fact that you're still here, still fighting, still trying, that means you possess a strength most people never tap into. So I'm asking you now, what battle are you fighting that no one knows about? What weight are you carrying in silence? What struggle are you enduring while everyone thinks you're fine? Because that right there, that's your hidden strength in action, and it deserves to be acknowledged, not just by others, but by you. You are stronger than you know. You are more resilient than you believe. You are capable of more than you've given yourself credit for. And Jesus Christ sees every ounce of that strength. He placed it there. He's nurtured it through every trial. He's using it to carry you through to the other side. Tell me, when did you last feel truly weak? And looking back now, can you see the hidden strength that got you through? Share your story below, because I believe when we acknowledge our strength, we inspire others to recognize theirs. Maybe your words will be the message someone else needs to discover their own hidden power.